Once upon a time, there was a man who had 3 dreams: to have a high-paying job, to marry a beautiful woman, and to become the famous in the world. One frosty winter day, the man was rushing for a job interview at the office of the famous firm. Suddenly, an elderly man fell right in front of him. The man looked at the fallen man, thought the man was drunk, and didn't raise his hand. It helped that he was not late for his scheduled appointment. The interview was unsuccessful. The man was not hired for the coveted position. One day the man was strolling through the city on a summer evening. He noticed a group of street performers. He stopped to enjoy the spectacle. There were few spectators. The play was fun and entertaining. When it was over, there was applause and people began to disperse. Our man also turned back, but someone didn't dare touch his shoulder. It was the protagonist of the play, an old clowness. She began to ask him if he liked the play, but the man didn't want to have a conversation and turned away squeamishly and went home. One rainy evening, the man was hurrying home from a friend's birthday party. He was very tired and his head was full of thoughts of a perfumed bath and a cozy warm bed. Suddenly, he heard muffled sobs. A woman was weeping. She was sitting on a bench outside the man's house. When she noticed our hero, she turned to him for help. She had had an unhappy family life and just needed a companion. The man thought for a moment, bathtub, and the bed appeared before his eyes, and he hurried to the entrance. The man did not live a happy life and died. Once in heaven, the man met his guardian angel. They began a conversation. "You know, I've lived a very unhappy life. I had 3 dreams, but nothing came true. My friend, I've done everything I can to make your dreams come true, but all I needed from you was your hand, your eyes, and your heart. My God, how was I supposed to give you that?" Remember the man who fell on the slippery winter road? The man was the CEO of that firm you wanted so badly to get into. You had a decent career waiting for you. All you needed was your hand. Remember the old clown? The one that came up to you after the street show, asking you a question. That was the young, beautiful actress who fell in love with you. A happy future awaited you, children, and undying love. All you had to do was your eyes. Remember the crying woman outside your front door? It was a rainy evening and she was drenched in tears. She was a famous writer. She was going through a family crisis and really needed some emotional support. If you could help her warm up in her apartment and keep her soul warm with your words of wisdom, she would have written a book in which she would have told about this cause. The book would become world famous and you would become famous, because on the front page the author would have put the name of the person who was the muse of the work. All that was required of you then was your heart. You were inattentive, my friend. Check out our other motivational videos. Subscribe to the channel My Inspiration in order not to miss new episodes and become wiser with us. Thanks for watching. See you later.